Wait. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Take the jump over, beat me up. MMA. Friday. Fuck, sticky, buddy. I'm ready. Sticky. Where's your 50 cal? I got home. I got the box.
I think he's inspired a lot of kids for grassroots boxing gyms that were struggling to pay bills are now full because of people like Jake Paul. Yeah. And for women's boxing, he's done amazing. It's women's rights to stand up and fight for equal right. And Jake's a pioneer of that. So he's done well on those two fronts.
Let's go. Whole card stack next Friday. Let's fucking get it. Whole card. Movies. Come on. Stop playing, people. Look at this.
Great.
Look at this. Come on.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. And then
I don't dislike Jake Paul. I'm just a competitor. And we could talk about the fight, what he learned, what I learned. And as I said, and I stand in it, I think there's room for us to do some good business because we're crossing over from USA to the UK. We're here to take over, not take part. And I have to go in there, stomp all over him, inflict pain, and land that right hand that he says is my only weapon. I know the energy in that building when you've got 15,000 people calling out for entertainment, calling out for power punches. I know I'm going to deliver. I know Jake's going to deliver. So the people in the venue are going to be in for a good treat and they're going to go home and say, what an event that was.
We can bring the votes in, fellas. Huh?
You had taller shoes on the last week. You're shorter today. You're shorter today, bro. He's strong, bro. He's strong.
Mommy, he's drinking me.
Anthony Joshua unloaded on Jake Paul at the recent Miami press conference, cutting through the hype and making it clear that their December clash is not a sideshow, but a legitimate professional challenge.
Game goes.
Yeah, if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to break his face, I'm going to break his body up, I'm going to stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality. And I know what's in my heart, I know what's in my mind, and I'm here to compete. I'm here to prove myself that I'm the better fighter. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'll do that until I finish fighting, no matter who it is.
Who are those opponents lined up for you in 2026?
My focus is on Jake Paul.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Is that true though? Do you have those two fights lined up already?
They're not signed, they're not sealed, but they're opportunities really. They're just opportunities in the game. But my main focus that's signed and sealed is Jake Paul. So that's all I've got in front of me.
Do you agree with the assessment that if this fight goes longer than the Ngannou fight, it's kind of a...
No, Jake's a completely different fighter to Ngannou. Ngannou and Jake are completely different animals, so I can't compare the two together. Ngannou never boxed before either, Jake's boxed before. And they're just different. Ngannou's a lot more slower, but a lot bigger and more powerful. Jake's quicker. Jake boxes in a completely different style. Ngannou's more upright. He does switches southpaw and orthodox. Jake doesn't really do that. They're completely different fighters, if I'm honest with you. So I'm not trying to compare. At the end of the day, it's just what happens at the end of the night. I'm not in there to try and knock Jake out in 10 seconds or 8 rounds. I'm going to go in there and do a job. I'm going to want to hurt him.
While Joshua acknowledged Paul's confidence and willingness to step up, he stressed that he is preparing for him the same way he would for any true world-level opponent, with a strict training camp, polished fundamentals, and a clear strategy built around sustained pressure, breaking Paul down.
Going in there, I can fight free. If he starts getting touched up and losing rounds, I think the cookie will crumble.
Do you agree?
Whatever he said. We'll see if the cookie crumbles. I don't know what to say. I'm confident in myself. Like, I'm not focusing on him. I just know what I can do, and I can't wait to show it. I'm not going to crumble. I'm solid. I've been through war.
And asserting control. The tension rose when Paul doubled down on his belief that he would shock the world, while Joshua stayed composed and unfazed, stating that he is fully backing himself and even offering to put his chain on the line.
I like to challenge myself. I like to take on the biggest, the best. I said anyone, anytime, any place. I truly mean that. And I'm here to go out there and shock the world. I know what I'm capable of. I see him and what he's capable of. and we're going to go to war, and we'll see the best man that will win. But people say, oh, he's out of his mind, all of these things. I've gotten to where I'm at today because of delusional optimism. And so it's delusion until it's not, because look at where we're sitting today. No one ever thought that this would be possible, that we would be here when I first started boxing, and no one thinks I'm going to win. So join the list and be ready to be
Emphasize the real, tactical realities of the matchup, from managing heavyweight power to maintaining complete focus, presenting the fight as a collision between popularity and elite boxing ability. His message combined respect for Paul's boldness with a firm warning that, if Paul cannot handle constant pressure, the fallout will be physical, reputational, and resonate throughout the sport. As the heat from the Miami press conference cooled, attention shifted to Deontay Wilder, who brought a more sobering perspective. Wilder suggested the matchup almost feels scripted due to the unusual size and experience gap, with Paul around 115 pounds against an active former champion closer to 250. But he stressed that once the bell rings, scripted narratives disappear because boxing is inherently dangerous. Drawing from his own routine of MRIs and medical checks before fights, Wilder explained that long-term damage often surfaces quietly after the adrenaline fades, and that the human head is not built to absorb repeated punishment. His comments reframed the Paul Joshua bout as
I don't know but one person would do what Jake is doing. And that's it. And I'm talking about the weight difference. For him being, well, like I said, 215 and Joshua being 250, I don't know that there was difference. I don't know no other person have done that but me that fight that. I fight guys 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds heavier than me. You know what I mean?
But if it's not scripted, then do you think it's dangerous?
It's dangerous no matter what.
highlighting real concerns around safety and competitive integrity, and the responsibility the sport carries when approving unconventional matchups. As Wilder's warnings settled in, the discussion turned back to Amir Khan.
Dangerous. It's dangerous. And the one thing for sure my doctors have always told me, it's like the head, they say, Deontay, understand this. The head is not meant to be hit, you know? Because I always get, CAT scans and make sure the brain and stuff right, and making my body right. And I always try to convince other fighters and stuff, go get MRIs, go get CAT scans, and go get all that, because your outside body may feel good. You may, I'm good, especially after a fight. The adrenaline rush is still on. You don't feel nothing right now. But after this over with, maybe a week, a month, 11, you probably are developing something that can end your career. You just can't see it right now. You can't see it. You maybe can't feel it, but it's developing. And that's why I say, because the doctors always told me, and I learned from the doctors, they say, Deontay, understand, your head is not meant to be hit. Your brain is not meant to be.
Who echoed similar concerns with a more direct edge. Khan said the fight's sudden emergence feels unreal. Yet he believes a brutal Joshua knockout is the most likely outcome. He argued that Nikisa Bidarian is taking an unnecessary gamble by placing Paul in a situation where the physical risk far outweighs the reward, emphasizing that while the money is obvious, Paul still has a life beyond boxing that matters. Khan described Joshua's motivation as simple, a huge payday in a fight that favors him on paper.
Quick, it's come so quick, the fight has, but AJ by knockout, brutal knockout. Nikisa is making a big mistake putting Jake Paul in a fight like this, because he's gonna want to see him get hurt. I mean, these guys are going for the money, where really, he has a life after boxing as well. Let's hope he comes out the ring.
While Paul seems driven by influence, exposure, and the desire to break into the traditional boxing audience, although Khan admitted that boxing is unpredictable and one punch can change everything, he does not believe Paul has the power or technical threat to shift a fight against a heavyweight of Joshua's level. In his view, the matchup reflects both the commercial appeal of crossover fights and the ongoing debate about safety, balance, and how far boxing should go to accommodate spectacle. Expanding on Khan's warning, the focus then moved to Eddie Hearn's assessment, reinforcing the same message from someone directly responsible for steering
AJ, I do the same thing, because at the end of the day, you're fighting a YouTuber. And why not? I mean, getting paid millions and millions of pounds. And why is Jake doing? Jake's just doing it for probably the fan following. Maybe he wants to get the boxing audience. But look, who knows? I mean, anything can happen in boxing. One punch can change the fight, but I just don't think he has that one punch to change the fight. It does Jake.
Hearn explained that although Matchroom is not promoting the Miami event, he will be fully present in AJ's corner, and the fight will be approached with the seriousness of any world-level contest. He insisted that Joshua's team is not treating Paul as a novelty, but preparing with urgency, discipline, and sharp tactical intent. Hearn acknowledged that Paul has pride, has improved, and has sparred with large, high-level fighters, but maintained that nothing can truly replicate Joshua's power, speed, and danger. According to Hearn, Paul's only realistic hope is avoiding a clean shot, because once Joshua lands flush, the result will be decisive and potentially severe. He added that even a brief lapse in awareness could end the fight instantly, making it clear that AJ's camp expects a ruthless showing rather than a cautious or sentimental one.